You see him before he sees you. He's got the vest, the boots, the mollywebbing, the knife on his belt. He looks like he walked out of a survival catalog, and in about 30 seconds, every desperate person on this street is going to notice the same thing you did. He's the most prepared person here, and he's going to be the first one targeted. Now look at this guy. Same street, same crisis, same level of preparation, but no one looks at him twice. No one remembers his face. He's carrying a concealed firearm, a trauma kit, a water filter, 3 days of food, and a fixed blade, and nobody knows. That's the gray man, and today, I'm going to teach you how to become one. Before we get into the rules, you need to understand the science, because the gray man strategy isn't just some prepper internet theory. It's built on how your brain actually processes the world. Your brain has a filter. It's called the reticular activating system, the RAS. It's a bundle of nerves sitting at the base of your brainstem, and its entire job is to decide what you pay attention to and what you ignore. Every second, your senses are taking in millions of pieces of data, sounds, colors, movements, faces, smells. If your brain tried to process all of it, you'd be paralyzed. So the RAS filters. It keeps the noise out and lets the important stuff through. And here's the key. The RAS is tuned to notice anomalies, things that break the pattern. A loud noise in a quiet room, a bright color in a gray crowd, a person who's moving differently than everyone else. The gray man exploits this. If you match the pattern, if you look, move, sound, and smell like everyone else, the RAS classifies you as background noise. You disappear. Not because you're hiding, because the brain literally stops seeing you. That's the foundation. Everything that follows is about engineering yourself to fall below that threshold. Every single rule comes back to this. Do not trigger the filter. Every environment has a baseline. It's the default rhythm, what people wear, how they walk, how fast they move, how they talk to each other. In a business district, the baseline is suits and briefcases. On a hiking trail, it's athletic wear and backpacks. In a suburb, it's jeans and t-shirts. Your job is to read that baseline and match it. Before you step into any environment, you observe. What are people wearing? How are they moving? What's the energy? And then you mirror it. The most common mistake people make? They swap one uniform for another. They ditch the tactical vest and put on head-to-toe gray with zero logos, zero color, zero personality. And now they look like a spy movie extra. That's not blending in. That's a different kind of standing out. The real gray man doesn't aim for zero. He aims for average. You want to be the person that someone's brain categorizes as just another guy and immediately forgets. Colors first. You want muted, gray, navy, dark green, brown, black. Not bright, not neon, not white. Earth tones are your best friend because they appear in almost every environment on the planet. No logos, no slogans, no band shirts, no political statements, no military patches. Nothing that gives someone a reason to remember you. That American flag patch on your hat? Someone remembers the flag hat guy. That's a failure. Avoid tactical clothing, period. Cargo pants with 8 pockets, 511 pants, anything that looks like it belongs at a military surplus store. You think it blends in. It doesn't. Anyone who's been around survival culture spots it in a heartbeat. What works? Regular jeans, plain dark t-shirt or hoodie, a jacket that looks like it came from a department store, not a tactical catalog, work boots or clean sneakers. Dress like you're running errands on a Saturday. That's the standard. Footwear matters more than people think. Tactical boots with aggressive tread patterns and military styling? That's a billboard. But your shoes also need to be functional. You might need to run, climb, or walk 10 miles. Low-profile hiking shoes or dark running shoes with good tread are the sweet spot. And here's a detail most people miss. Noise. Squeaky shoes, jingling keys, Velcro that rips open like a gunshot in a quiet room. In a crisis, sound is an attention magnet. You want soft closures, quiet soles. Pack your gear tight so nothing rattles. Clothing gets you past the first filter. Body language keeps you invisible. And this is where most people fail. because your body broadcasts everything your clothes are trying to hide. Walk with purpose. Not too fast, not too slow. Match the pace of the people around you. Survival instructors call this entrainment. Your walking speed should synchronize with the crowd, like you're all moving to the same rhythm. Posture matters. You don't want rigid military bearing. That screams training. But you don't want to slouch either. That signals vulnerability. Think relaxed confidence. Shoulders loose. Head up. Weight distributed evenly. You're not on alert. You're not a victim. You're just a person going somewhere. Eye contact. The single biggest attention trigger most people don't think about. Extended staring is an anomaly. Complete avoidance is also an anomaly. The sweet spot is brief, casual contact. A glance that says, "I see you," and moves on. 2 seconds, max. And here's a trick from the intelligence world. Use reflective surfaces. Store windows, car mirrors, puddles. You can scan your entire surroundings without turning your head. If someone can tell you're scanning, you're doing it wrong. Your hands tell a story too. Clenched fists signal aggression. Fidgeting signals nervousness. Hands in your pockets signal either confidence or concealment, and in a crisis, people assume the worst. Keep your hands visible, relaxed, and natural. If you need to do something with them, pretend to check your phone. Everyone does that. It's the most invisible thing a person can do in the modern world. Your bag is your biggest vulnerability. A tactical backpack with MOLLE webbing, carabiner clips, and a paracord zipper pull might as well have a sign that says, "I have supplies, come take them." Get a commuter bag, a regular backpack, something that looks like it belongs to a college student or an office worker. No MOLLE, no patches, no camo. Dark, solid color. Worn looking is even better. It signals nothing valuable in here. Concealed carry. If you carry a firearm, the gray man standard is inside the waistband with a holster that eliminates printing. No visible clips. No outline against your shirt. If someone can see the shape of your weapon through your clothing, you've failed. A slightly oversized hoodie or an untucked button-down solves this. Your knife is the same. A fixed blade worn horizontally at the small of your back under a jacket is undetectable. A folding knife clipped to your pocket edge, that's a flag. Tuck it deeper. The rest of your EDC, flashlight, trauma kit, water filter, fire starter, goes in the bag. No clipping to the outside, no dangling, no rattling. Everything inside, packed tight, accessible but invisible. The gray man strategy doesn't stop at your clothing. It extends to your home, and this is where most preppers completely blow their cover long before any crisis even starts. Before anything happens, right now, today, you should be practicing operational security. That means your neighbors don't know how much food you've stored. They don't know about your water filtration setup. They don't know you have a generator, medical supplies, or firearms beyond what's normal. Cover stories. When a delivery truck drops off a pallet of canned goods, you tell the curious neighbor it's for a church food drive. When they see the water barrels, it's for the garden. When they notice you bought a generator, it's because the power went out last month and you're tired of it. Always have a plausible, boring explanation. And during a crisis, this is critical. Do not show signs of abundance when everyone else has nothing. If the power is out, your lights should be out too. If food is scarce, the smell of grilled meat from your backyard will reach every desperate nose on the block. Black out your windows. Cook indoors. Run the generator only when you need it and muffle the sound. Heavy black plastic sheeting on every window. $10 at any hardware store. It blocks light completely. Your house should look as dead as every other house on the block. If it does, no one comes knocking. Social media. Before the crisis, delete your prepper posts. Remove the photos of your supply room. Take down the ready for anything content. People remember who bragged about having food storage, and they will come to your door first. When you move through a crisis, timing matters as much as appearance. A person walking purposefully at noon looks unremarkable. The same person moving at 3 in the morning draws every eye on the street. Move with crowds when you can. When people evacuate, when they move in groups, you join the flow. You become one more particle in the current. And then you peel off. Gradually, naturally, never suddenly, when the moment is right. Vary your routes. If you need to travel the same path regularly to a water source, a supply cache, a meeting point, never take the same route twice in a row. Predictability is a pattern, and patterns get noticed. Your vehicle is part of the gray man equation too. A lifted truck with aftermarket bumpers, LED light bars, and an NRA sticker says, "I have resources and I can defend them." A plain sedan, gray, white, silver, says nothing. It's the car nobody looks at. That's the one you want. The devil's in the details, and in a survival situation, the details that give you away aren't always visual. Let's start with speech. Talk less, listen more. When you do speak, keep it short, neutral, and forgettable. Do not volunteer information. Never say, I have food stored, I have a water filter, I have a generator. Those 3 words paint a target on your back. Instead, speak in knowledge. I heard you can filter water through sand. Or, someone told me rice lasts a long time. You share wisdom. You never share inventory. Scent. This one catches people off guard. In a crisis where food is scarce, the smell of cooking meat carries hundreds of yards. If you're the only house on the block producing food smells, congratulations, you just advertised a buffet. Cook indoors. Seal the kitchen. Use foods that don't produce strong odors. And here's one nobody talks about: hygiene. If everyone around you is dirty, unwashed, and exhausted, and you show up clean-shaven with fresh-smelling clothes, you just told every person in the room that you have access to water, soap, and comfort they don't. Match the condition of the people around you. In a crisis, cleanliness is conspicuous. Your phone's ringtone, the jingle of coins in your pocket, the click of a lighter, the crinkle of a food wrapper when no one else has food. These are the micro sounds that a stressed brain latches onto in a quiet world. Silence is survival. So let's run it back. The complete gray man checklist. Rule 1, read the baseline. Study your environment before you enter it. Match the rhythm. Rule 2, dress like nobody. Muted colors, no logos, no tactical gear, functional but forgettable. Rule 3, move like you belong. Entrainment, relaxed confidence, brief eye contact, use reflections. Rule 4, hide your gear. Commuter bag, not tactical. Concealed carry, not visible. Everything inside, nothing dangling. Rule 5, home OPSEC. Black out your windows. Muffle your generator. Never advertise abundance. Rule 6, move with timing. Travel with crowds. Vary your routes. Drive the car no one notices. Rule 7, control your speech, your scent, and your sound. Speak in knowledge, not inventory. Cook indoors. Silence your gear. 7 rules, 1 principle. Do not trigger the filter. The guy with the tactical vest from the beginning of this video, he had every piece of gear he needed, every skill, every plan, but he advertised it. And in a crisis, visibility is vulnerability. The gray man walked the same street, carried the same gear, had the same skills, but he made it home because nobody saw him, nobody remembered him, and that's the point. One last thing, the gray man strategy starts now, not when the crisis hits. It starts with what you post online, what you tell your neighbors, how you dress when you pick up your supply deliveries, how you store your gear. Practice it. Walk through a mall and see if anyone looks at you twice. Change your route home and notice if it feels different. People watch at a park and study the baseline. The gray man isn't a costume you put on when things go wrong. It's a skill you build every single day. If this was useful, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear it. The sequel to this video, How to Disappear, the complete gray man bug out protocol, is coming. You're going to want to see that one. Stay sharp. If you stay ready, then you don't have to get ready.